Welcome back to another episode of Joe. That's me, Joe's Shadow Corner. This is my Shadows and Ink discussions where I look at books like this and apply them to the creative journey that authors and other creators, artists all go through, whether you're writing screenplays, anything where the creative journey is just part of who you are, your everyday life. And we all go through basically the same ups and downs, trials and tribulations. We all have to brand ourselves, market ourselves. So why not learn from the best in the business world, whether it's psychology or how-to books? I'm going to cover a whole bunch of them. And we are now busy with The Diary of a CEO by Steven Bartlett. So I try in these videos not to edit because this is a skill that I'm trying to learn, to just like speak and remember what I read, because it's through reading, writing it in my own words, and then teaching it that I'm going to basically hopefully remember this stuff for a long time and be able to share it better in future conversations. So the part that I read yesterday is mostly about relationships and how stubborn it can be for us to change our minds and our beliefs about certain things. Now, I'm not going to go into relationships, but we are going to talk about how we can sometimes be stubborn in our beliefs about things about ourselves. So your self-belief, your self-esteem, what you believe your capabilities and your skills are, what you can and cannot do. If, for instance, you experience something traumatic, for instance, bullying, or people telling you you're not good enough, lots of rejections, lots of people telling you your writing isn't good enough, eventually over time, you start believing that, because our belief system cannot be changed quickly. Someone can't just tell you this is bad or this is good, or for instance, ghosts exist, and then you're going to believe it. There are some people that we do trust, people we look up to. For instance, if a doctor tells you something, you tend to believe them more than just a friend telling you something, or a professor, a loved one, a parent, especially if you're still a young child. Beliefs can change over time, like I said, but for instance, when you were young, you believed in Santa Claus, you don't anymore, stuff like that. But negative beliefs need to be overcome. Now, if people become aggressive when they're trying to change our beliefs about certain things, they're trying to speed up the process, it's not going to work. We have this tendency to just shut down. So the only way that people can actually learn this new belief is through more of a positive spin on it, to tell people about the positive effects of certain things. Don't come from a negative, aggressive point of view. And over time, with enough conversations, people are going to start changing their minds. So you need to figure out where you are lacking certain self-belief systems and how they got there and how you're going to overcome them. So the best technique is not to attack someone's beliefs, but to reinforce positive ones, to take a new approach to it. Now, if you do personally experience something, think of the five senses. You're more likely to believe something new. For instance, seeing a ghost for the first time. You can immediately change your belief system about the supernatural and the afterlife, stuff like that. So think of the five senses when it comes to your writing. It's the same thing where you have to make the reader, suspending disbelief, make them feel like they're in danger, they're part of the story, they're actually actively in the role of the character. That builds up suspense and just improves the overall reading experience. So if you can do this in a book, apply it in real life. Or if you can do it in real life, apply it in the book. Work on your beliefs about your own skills, what you're capable of, even the things that you are currently fearing. So for instance, for me to do these videos used to be just incomprehensible. Do know that English is my second language. So with that comes this fear of making mistakes, not knowing the words, mispronouncing something. I read a lot of books, so I learned a lot of pronouncing a lot of the words wrong until I watched in a movie or something. And then we also have British English down here in South Africa, not US English. So even, well, I didn't have an issue with spelling, thankfully, but there are some words that are pronounced differently. But over time, I overcame that issue and I grew the confidence that I needed to be able to do things like this. And I'm now working on it even more. So what I learned from this part is that we do need to put ourselves out of our comfort zone. Don't go too far. Go into the growth area of outside your boundaries. This is where you will overcome fear. And over time, you are going to learn that and change your belief that I can do this. This is possible. I'm not there yet, but it's getting easier. My goal is to be able to do these videos and chat for 20, 30 minutes without looking at any notes. And I can do this. I know when I know my subject matter, it's so easy for me. I used to teach. I'm a natural teacher. I'm passionate about what I teach. But for instance, a lot of these stuff, if I'm just going to read the book, I'm going to forget it. So again, my goal, my growth zone at the moment is reading, rewriting it in my own words, and just sitting here teaching it, hopefully to you, and making a difference in both our lives. So I want you to go and look at certain things that can make you a better author, marketer, promoter, storyteller, convince people of things, show confidence in your readings, be able to go to conventions, book signings, do live readings, whatever you need to do. Go look at that aspect of your life, that negative belief of yourself, and figure out how you are going to expose yourself. That sounds horrible. To that fear and overcome it. There was a Dale Carnegie quote in the book that I'm going to try and remember now, that do the thing you fear and keep doing it. That is the quickest and surest way ever discovered to conquer fear. So take the next month and do what you need to do to become this better person, better speaker, better motivator, better salesperson. Incrementally expose yourself to these things that you previously believed impossible, and start believing that you can write a good synopsis. You are good at writing dialogue. You can improve. And I don't care how old you are or how young you are or how many bad experiences you've had with certain things. They can change. They might not change quickly, but you can speed up the process with the right technique. And hopefully we can grow together in these things. So check back in tomorrow. It's pretty late here, so I hope I get some time to do a bit more reading, and then I'll jump into another video about The Diary of a CEO by Steven Bartlett tomorrow and apply it to our creative journey.